So not only do you have great setups for triangles and arm bars and omoplatas and back takes and sweeps by putting him off to the side, you also defend yourself better against strikes. You also have better control over his hands for self-defense situations. And above all else, it's harder for him to get back up. So we want to learn to cut angles. If I'm here, I have good connection, I break Travis down, he posts, I get here, I climb, I pull my shoulders back, and I have a nice solid grip, right? It's hard for him to hit me. I can control here, this side where he tries to hit, use my elbow, use my hand, use my knee, right? Tuck my head. I'm making sure he can't headbutt me, which is the most vicious tool, the most effective striking tool he has from closed guard. You don't see it a lot in MMA because it's illegal now, but you always have to watch this. And of course, this hand is covered, right? But I'm still underneath him. And if he clears a grip for a second, he can still nail me or hit me here. And I have a little less leverage, and it's a little easier for him to sit straight up because I'm directly underneath him and he can post off my body, okay? But if when I get to this grip, I cut an angle to here, and you learn how to transfer your weight, which I'm going to show you as we go through this series, into your top knee, in this case my left leg, it's more difficult for him to hit me from here, right? Try and hit me with this one. It's easier for me to hit him. There's lots and lots of setups, but here's probably the most important thing I'm concerned about right now. And I'm intentionally not using this arm very much right now because of, relax this hand? Yeah, because of an injury. But normally, of course, I'd be controlling here. But here's the most important part. Try and get posture from here. Right? Once you learn to it's not impossible. And if he's big and strong, he still might do it. And I'll show you what to do if that happens. But it's harder from here for him to get posture for most people than it is from here. So not only do you have great setups for triangles and arm bars and omoplatas and back takes and sweeps by putting him off to the side, you also defend yourself better against strikes. You also have better control over his hands for self-defense situations. And above all else, it's harder for him to get back up. So we want to learn to cut angles. So one thing I want you to notice, and this is something I took from Hickson, and when he was here a few years ago, he put an emphasis on this, and as somebody that's been doing jiu-jitsu for a while, it was very difficult for me in the beginning to do it, and I still make mistakes all the time. And what it is oftentimes movement where other people would put their foot on the hip or worse on the mat, he doesn't like to do that. So he likes to use his legs to turn his body and his hips. And if you're somebody like me who's used to, for example, putting your foot on the hip to rotate to get the arm lock or triangle, it's a habit that you have to kind of overcome. But I have noticed that his way is more efficient, and what it does is it means that throughout my movement, I don't lose connection with my opponent. So it's faster because it's shorter, the distance it has to travel is shorter, but you also stay connected to the guy. To be able to do that movement without putting your foot on the hip, and especially not on the mat where they can pass, you have to chopstick your legs. So if you watch here, I break Travis down, I climb, okay? And I want to get my butt out here, but I don't want to put my foot on the hip, but I definitely don't want to put either foot on the mat where I lose connection with him and where he could potentially pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my knees together, I'm going to open my legs, and I turn my knees like this. And then I lock back up, okay? And you may not do it in like one motion like that. It may take multiple motions. Sometimes you'll get a little turn, you get a little turn, you'll lock. You get a little turn, you'll lock. But at no point am I releasing that tension between my legs or taking my feet off his body. In fact, you just unlock, turn and rotate. So you're using your legs like chopsticks. That's a very important movement that we're going to use a lot when we're working back takes and defense. So I want you to practice that. I want you to feel the difference between the attacks and options the person has when you're directly underneath them and when you're off to the side, and then we're going to put it together.
Like and share the video if you enjoy these details. And be sure to check out Matt's new Closed Guard series, the Closed Guard Compendium. Simply click below for more info or go to straightblastgym.com/guard. Special discount for members of SBGU.